Let me tell you something. Man relationships ain't hard because women are complicated. They're hard because we don't listen. You can't expect to understand someone if you keep trying to make them think like you. Women don't operate on logic the same way we do. They operate on emotion, intuition, and heart. And that's not a weakness, that's their superpower. The problem is, too many men try to fix everything instead of just being there. Sometimes she doesn't need you to solve it. She needs you to feel it with her. You want to get along with women, respect them, not just in public, but in private too. Compliment her when no one's watching. Support her when she doubts herself. She doesn't need a man who's perfect, she needs one who's consistent. You can't give her love one day and silence the next. You can't promise the world and deliver excuses. Women remember the details. They remember what you said, how you said it, and whether your actions matched your words. See, when a woman loves you, she gives her whole heart. That's rare loyalty. She'll stand by you when you're broke, when you're lost, when you don't even believe in yourself. But she needs to feel safe emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You break that trust, and you lose something money can't buy back. You want peace in your home, start by creating peace in your words. Don't talk down to her, talk with her. Don't argue to win, argue to understand, and let me tell you, women can see through fake. You can't outsmart a woman who's paying attention. She can read your energy before you say a word. So be real, be vulnerable. If you messed up, own it. If you love her, show it. Stop playing tough all the time. Strength isn't about silence, it's about honesty. At the end of the day, the only way to get along with women is to value them, not just for what they do for you, but for who they are. You do that, and you'll find something better than arguments and pride. You'll find partnership. Real love isn't about control, it's about connection. When you learn that, you won't just get along with women. You'll finally understand them. 5 keynotes of the speech: the only way to get along with women. Listen to understand. Not to fix. Most men try to solve problems instead of truly hearing what women feel. Real understanding comes from empathy, not logic or quick solutions. Respect beyond words. True respect means consistency, treating her with love, patience, and kindness whether people are watching or not. Actions must always match words. Create emotional safety. Women give their all when they feel secure emotionally and spiritually. Peace in a relationship begins with peace in your tone, trust, and communication. Be honest and real. Women can sense pretense. Being authentic, admitting mistakes, and showing vulnerability build stronger bonds than acting tough or perfect. Value connection over control. Love isn't about dominance, it's about partnership. When a man values a woman for who she truly is, understanding replaces conflict and real love begins. Most men make the mistake of thinking every problem needs a quick fix. When a woman opens her heart and starts talking about what's bothering her, the instinct for many men is to jump straight into problem-solving mode. But that's not what she's looking for. She doesn't need a solution. She needs to be heard. Listening to understand means you put down your phone, stop interrupting, and give her your full attention. It's not about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about being present in the moment. When you really listen, you start to hear more than just words. You hear emotions, fears, dreams, and pain that go deeper than any surface issue. A woman feels valued when you take time to understand what's behind her words. Sometimes she just wants to release what's weighing her down, not have you build a plan to fix it. She wants connection, not correction. That's the difference between hearing and listening. When you try to fix everything, it can feel like you're dismissing her emotions. But when you listen, truly listen, it shows that her feelings matter to you. It tells her she's not alone in what she's feeling. Listening to understand requires patience and humility. It means resisting the urge to defend yourself or to prove you're right. It's about saying, "I hear you," and meaning it. It's choosing empathy over ego. When you give her that safe space to express herself, she'll trust you more, love you deeper, and open up in ways she never did before. Listening is one of the simplest things to do, yet it's the most powerful way to build real understanding. Because the truth is, When you take time to understand her heart, everything else in the relationship starts to fall into place. Respect isn't just about saying nice things or showing affection when it's convenient. It's about consistency, doing the right thing even when no one's watching. A woman doesn't measure love by how loud you say it. She measures it by how steady you are. You can tell her you love her 100 times, but if your actions don't back it up, your words lose their power. Respect is built in the small, quiet moments, the way you talk to her when you're angry, the way you listen when she's speaking, the way you protect her peace instead of disturbing it. It's not about control, it's about care. When you truly respect a woman, you value her opinions even when they differ from yours. You don't dismiss her feelings or make her feel small just to feel bigger yourself. You show up for her not only when things are easy, but when things are tough. That's when respect is tested during disagreements, disappointments, and misunderstandings. It's easy to be kind when everything is fine. It's real respect when you stay kind in the middle of frustration. Respect also means loyalty. It's about making her feel secure in your commitment, not giving her reasons to doubt your intentions. It means being proud of her wins, not threatened by them. Supporting her dreams as much as you expect her to support yours. A woman feels seen and appreciated when she knows her worth is acknowledged, not just with compliments, but with consistency. Every time you choose patience over pride, honesty over ego, and faithfulness over temptation, you're showing her respect. And that kind of respect creates a foundation that no argument, distance, or challenge can shake. Creating emotional safety in a relationship is about building an environment where a woman can express herself without fear of judgment, criticism, or rejection. It's not just about saying, "You can talk to me," but showing it through your actions. When she opens up about what's hurting her, the worst thing you can do is dismiss her feelings or make her regret her honesty. Emotional safety means she can be vulnerable without worrying that her words will be used against her later. It's knowing she can cry, laugh, or vent, and you'll still be there, steady and understanding. A woman feels safe when she knows her heart won't be mishandled. That comes from consistency, being dependable, being gentle with your tone, and keeping your promises. When you tell her you'll be there, show up. When she trusts you with her secrets, protect them. When she expresses a boundary, respect it. Those small acts tell her she's valued and secure. Emotional safety also means being emotionally available yourself. You can't expect her to open up if you're always closed off. Share your thoughts, admit when you're struggling, and show that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's connection. Arguments will happen, but how you handle them defines the strength of that safety. Don't raise your voice just to prove your point. Don't use silence as punishment. Choose calm over chaos. Women remember how you make them feel in those heated moments. When you choose peace over pride, you tell her she's more important than your ego. That's what builds trust. Over time, emotional safety becomes the heart of real love, where both of you can be your truest selves, free from fear and full of respect. That's when love stops being a battle and becomes a bond. Being honest and real in a relationship is one of the hardest things for many people because it requires courage. It's easy to pretend everything is fine, to put on a mask, or to say what you think the other person wants to hear. But real love doesn't grow in fake soil. A woman can sense when something isn't genuine. She can feel the change in your tone, your energy, your silence. When you try to hide behind excuses or half-truths, she may not call you out right away, but she feels the distance growing. The strongest relationships are built on truth, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Being real means owning your mistakes instead of defending them. When you mess up, say so. Don't try to shift blame or cover it up. Admitting when you're wrong doesn't make you weak, it makes you trustworthy. A woman respects honesty more than perfection. When you're transparent about your struggles, fears, or insecurities, it doesn't make you less of a man. It shows her that you're human and sincere. Pretending to be flawless only creates pressure and distance, but being real invites connection and understanding. Vulnerability is a strength that many people overlook. It's what allows two hearts to connect on a deeper level. When you're open about what you feel and who you are, you give her permission to do the same. You don't need to have all the answers or always look strong. You just need to be truthful. When honesty becomes your habit, trust becomes her response. Lies destroy what truth can build, and pretending only delays the inevitable. But when you show up as your authentic self, you build something lasting, a bond rooted in respect, trust, and genuine love that doesn't fade with time. Love is never about control, it's about connection. Too many people confuse leadership with dominance and mistake authority for respect. But the truth is, when you try to control someone, you end up losing the very thing you're trying to hold on to, their trust. A real man doesn't demand submission, he earns partnership. When you value a woman for who she truly is, you give her the freedom to be herself, not a version that fits your comfort. That's where the beauty of connection begins, in acceptance, not control. When you focus on understanding instead of controlling, love becomes easier. You start to see that she's not your opponent, she's your teammate. You don't have to win against her, you're supposed to win with her. Control comes from fear of losing power, fear of being wrong, fear of not being enough. But connection comes from confidence, from knowing that strength isn't about dominating another person, but about building them up. When you celebrate her independence, her dreams, and her strength, you build a love that's unbreakable. Connection means seeing her not as someone you own, but as someone you grow with. It's about compromise, not command. It's about communication, not control. When you treat her with equality and respect, she'll mirror that same energy back. You'll find that love becomes lighter, arguments shorter, and the bond stronger. A woman who feels valued will give you more love than you can ever demand. Real love thrives when both people feel free, not restricted. The moment you stop trying to control and start trying to connect, everything changes. Peace replaces pride, teamwork replaces tension, and what you build together becomes something powerful, something lasting, something real. In the end, getting along with women isn't some mystery you have to solve, it's a lesson you have to live. It's about growing up enough to realize that love isn't a game of power, it's a practice of patience. When you listen instead of argue, respect instead of react, and protect instead of control, you create something that most people spend their whole lives searching for: peace. A woman doesn't need perfection, she needs presence. She doesn't need promises, she needs proof. And when you give her that, she'll stand beside you through every storm. Real love isn't loud, it's loyal. It's not found in big gestures, but in small, steady acts that say, "I choose you," again and again. If you can master that: listening, respecting, creating safety, staying real, and valuing connection over control, then you won't just get along with women, you'll grow with them. And that's where life gets beautiful, when love stops being a struggle and starts being a strength, built on understanding, honesty, and heart.